people, it's Bubba Ace here, and welcome back to Ninja Warrior Roblox. Today is the final episode of Tournament 17, and the final episode to be hosted on the classic Roblox terrain. Let's see if any of the remaining competitors standing can go all the way before the classic era comes to an end. Kicking off the episode is... this guy. Two of the newcomers who cleared this tournament had to have cringy usernames. And of the two, this one is arguably the cringiest. Well, anyway, let's just see how he does. Alright, his time begins. Oh, and he almost overshoots the flying coin, but he's past it. And now for the triple salmon ladder. How will he do on this? Well, considering that his name is based on one of the Mario Brothers, he should be, good at this, considering he's more of a jumper. Because, you know, Mario Brothers are jumping. And he gets through it. Nope. Oh, he had to go back to the obstacle because he dropped a content. Yeah, that's it. He had to go back and get that. Alright, well, he's past the triple salmon ladder. Now for the spider flip. Gets through that nicely and easily. Alright, Pillars of Doom. Can he get through this? Yes, he does. Alright. Cyclone steps. Passed that nicely. Alright, boulder swing. Yeah, despite that setback on the triple salmon ladder, he still got a buttload of time left. Alright, cable circuit. No, he didn't regen it, and it's not in position to clear. What's he doing? No! He didn't regen the obstacle, and he's disqualified. And he is out. And I guess he's just seeing what he's done, how he would have done if he didn't get disqualified. Either that or he doesn't know, but I guess now he realizes we jumps back into the water for good measure. Yeah, let's take another look at that. Now you can see he got to the cable circuit, but he forgot to regen the obstacle and attempted it while it was in position to clear it easily. It's hard to say if the obstacle was like that because it wasn't regen before his run, or someone was planning the obstacle while he was running in an attempt to sabotage. If that were the case, then it worked. Either way, he moved right past the regen button and beat the obstacle the easy way. And that, unfortunately, results in disqualification. Pfft, unfortunately. As if I'm devastated by that. Alright, moving on. We're now on to the Noobish Camper. This is his first appearance in the second stage. Let's see how he does. Alright, his time starts. Down the slide and almost undershoots the flying coin. But he's past it. Now for the triple salmon ladder. Let's see how he does on this. And he undershoots the jump to the second bar and he's out. Bad luck. Alright, now we're on to Suicune Player, who's making his second appearance on the course. Not on the course, on the second stage. Yeah. He last reached his stage in Tournament 14, where he went out on the fourth obstacle, which at the time was Cannonball Alley. Now let's see if he can get past the obstacle that replaced it. Well, technically, the Pillars didn't replace Cannonball Alley. That was a different obstacle, but this is the fourth obstacle on the stage. It's kind of weird to get. Well, he doesn't even get to that point because he ends up walking off the second bar on the triple salmon ladder. Made the jump and then walked straight off and trying to make the jump to the third one. Alright, next newcomer to attempt the second stage is Bryce Bry 1. Let's see how he does on his first appearance in the second stage. It worked out great for that other newcomer, but not so great for the Noobish Camper. Although the Noobish Camper was a regular coming into the stage, not a newcomer. Alright, Bryce handling the triple salmon ladder nicely. Alright, can he get another set? No, he doesn't, and he walks off the second bar. He caught onto it, but then walked straight off. I guess he wasn't sure that he caught onto it, but either way, he is out. Alright, time for the first veteran to make it to the second stage. Is the Coffee Addict. He's probably going to need some coffee because he briefly got stuck on the stairs walking up to the start line. Anyway, this is his second appearance on the second stage. He first appeared in this stage in the last tournament, where he cleared this stage. So not only is this his second appearance, it's his second appearance in a row. gonna get another attempt at it. Set, and he's made it this time. And he's past the triple salmon ladder, and now for the spider flip. Can he get through this? Ooh, he almost slips off, but he's through it. And now he's onto the Pillars of Doom. He did fail this on his debut in Tournament 14, back when the Pillars were in Stage 1, but now he's gotten his revenge on him. Cyclone steps. Through them nicely. And now onto the boulder swing. Had a little hard time trying to get the boulder removed forward, but he passed it. Now for the cable circuit, and he's going to do it the way it's intended to. And struggling to hang on, but he's through it. Now for the thin path. Can he clear the second stage for a second time in a row? Past the first two pillars nicely. Up the third pillar in one jump! And he is! The coffee addict is going to clear the second stage for the second time in his career. And he is moving back to the third stage. That was a good run there. So good that we should take another look at it. He made one slip on the salmon ladder, but was able to recover quickly. Almost slipped on the first ledge of the spider flip, but recovered from that as well. Took a few seconds for the boulder on the boulder swing to start rolling, and he did the fast but dangerous method on the cable circuit. And on top of that, he got to the top of the last pillar on the thin path in one jump. That hardly ever happens since it got buffed in the last tournament. Nevertheless, he's heading back to Stage 3, where he'll hopefully improve from his last appearance. And he's now the second competitor to advance to Stage 3. Alright, now we're on to our next regular, the Good Puppy. Like all the other regulars who cleared, as well as the newcomers, he's making his first appearance. Nicely on the flying coin, he's past that. Triple salmon ladder. He made this on a second bar, and he bounces right off. Let's take another look at that. He made the jump onto the second bar, and then tried to turn his character to attempt to jump up to the third bar, but he didn't realize that he was too close to the edge of the second bar, and got bounced off as a result. And now we're on to Prego is Better. And he's facing it backwards. Is he going to go up it backwards? No, he's not. Gonna give a cool little turn since he's got some cool shades. He's gonna go up it the cool way. And all this means he gets some Cool Whip. I guess I was running out of ways to say cool. Well, anyway, he's already onto the triple salmon ladder. Let's see how he does. On the second bar, made the jump to the third. Yes, he does. Jumps to the second set. Can he get to the third set? No, he doesn't. He slips right off. Doesn't even get to jump. And he's out. And now we're on to Sports Dude 06, who's also making his first appearance. You have to return to the course since his last appearance in Tournament 5, he is in the second stage. Now let's see how he does on his first ever attempt. And his first since his return. He got him through the first stage, well, let's see if it gets him through the second stage. Alright, his time starts. Down the slide, and he undershoots the jump to flying coin. He's out on it. And unfortunately, Sports Dude 06 has become the first victim of the flying coin. Well, I guess there have to be a first for everything. Or first time for everything. Whatever. Moving on, we're on to Dogs Rock 67. No relation to the Good Puppy. Alright, let's see how he does on his first appearance. Will he do better than Sports Dude 06? Well, yes, he does. He got a bit of a boost on heading up the slide. That's unusual, but anyway, he got him through the flying coin. Let's see if he'll get him through the triple salmon ladder. I mean, technically that boost can't, but let's see if get through that. Yes, he does. All right, spider flip. All right, on the first bar, and he slips off and he's out. Doesn't even make the jump. Went a little too close to the edge, or too far forward, and he's out. Now we're on to Kyle Ninja 3970 with Daniel Ice Wolf and an epic dancing in the background. Obviously, they're in support of their friend, an all-star who is making his first appearance on the second stage since Tournament 7. And this is his overall 6th appearance on this stage, and he's only failed this stage twice, back in Tournaments 4 and 5. Now he's finally back in the second stage after 10 tournaments of not being on the stage. Let's see how he does. Look, second stage has changed a lot. It has changed a lot since his last appearance. Alright, triple salmon. He almost undershot the jump to the second bar, but he caught onto it and got up it. Getting another second set. Can he make the jump to the third set? No, he doesn't! And he couldn't save himself, and he's out! And Kyle's epic return to the second stage. He has been beaten by the triple salmon ladder. Alright, next newcomer is Devin_YouTube. He's gonna wave hi to his mom before I'm heading up the stairs. Alright. Gets through the gates. And now let's see him take on the second stage. Okay, 7 seconds for him. Giving one last wave to his mom. And the time has started. And now he gets going. Whoa. Bit of a lag spike heading onto the flying coin, but he's onto it and past it. Triple salmon ladder. He's suffering a little bit of lag, but doesn't seem to be hurting him. Alright, on to the second set. Can he get to the third set? Yes, he does. Oh, and he tried to jump up to the top bar, and he slipped off as a result and fell off the obstacle. He's so close, yet so far. Alright, now we're on to Tobiz12345. We love seeing this guy in the second stage. Let's see if he can make his first time on the stage count. As he heads up the stairs to take on the second stage. Let's see how he does. And as time begins, down the slide. Ooh! Almost undershot the flying coin, but he's past it. Now let's see how he does on the triple salmon ladder. Just have to catch the second bar to hang on to it. Up the second set. He's caught onto the third set. Can he get to the top? Yes, he does, and he's beaten the triple salmon ladder. Now let's see how he does on the spider flip. He slips off 2. He pulled a Dog's Rock 67. And now we're on to Skyline James, who's going to wait to the cameraman before walking right past the gate. And this is James' second appearance on the course. He first made it to the stage in the last tournament, where he timed up on the now-retired metal spin. Now, if he wants a personal best, he's going to have to get past its replacement, the cable circuit. But first he's going to have to get to the cable circuit. But now he is. He's on the salmon ladder. He slipped many times on this obstacle last time, and it drained most of his time, which eventually caused him to time up. Let's see if he can get it past this time. No, he doesn't! And this time around, he couldn't save himself on this obstacle. On that jump, he saved himself multiple times in the last tournament, but this time, it came back to bite him. I was talking so much about Skyline James' fail that we would have gotten past this next newcomer, which is the second cringy username. Honestly, I wouldn't have minded that at all. Well, there's regulars, Noobish Camper, Next Cakes, and newcomer Devin YouTube, who are coming, watching him. Alright, triple salmon ladder. Can you get past this? It's getting up it nicely. And he's past the triple salmon ladder. Now for the spider flip. Can he handle this? Oh my goodness, he did it sideways! And he got past it. He just went straight for the exit on that obstacle. That's impressive. Gotta admit. Got past the Pillars of Doom quickly. Now for the Cyclone Steps. Past that. Boulder Swing. Is he gonna end up like that other newcomer? Or will he end up regenning? He's gonna regen the cable circuit. So he's gonna actually do it the way you're supposed to. Alright, the fast method. Oh no! He hit his head on the cable circuit and he's out. Well, let's take another look at that. So I can see he prepared a little bit, making that jump. But if you look right here, he jumped at the wrong angle and bumped his head on the support of the second swing set on the cable circuit, which caused him to undershoot the jump. And now we're on to Dev1179. Like his fellow star Kyle Ninja 3970, this is his 6th appearance on this stage. And like Kyle Ninja 3970, he last reached the stage back in Tournament 7, where he achieved his personal best by making it to the final stage. Hesitated a bit, attempting the swing. He almost undershoots the flying coin, both getting onto it and the dismount, but he threw him past the triple salmon ladder. Yeah, Kyle couldn't get through this. Let's see if Dev can do better. He's taking his time preparing each up. Oh, nope, never mind. It was just a little bit of lag. Alright, he's gone to the final set. Up it. And he's going to clear it. Alright, let's see how he does on the spider flip. He is going to fail it. He couldn't even get onto the first board. Let's take another look at that. Is he He got past the triple salmon ladder, but on the spider flip, yeah, he just didn't jump far enough forward to grab onto the ledge of the first board of the spider flip. And just like that, Dev is out on this stage for what will be his last time on this course. Next newcomer up is Retro Beans. That's really all I have to say about him. Alright, he's on to the start line. And his time begins. Down the slide, and he's past the flying coin nicely. Now let's see how he does on the triple salmon ladder. He's on to the second set. No, he doesn't. Now he's on the second set. Alright, can he jump to the third set? No, he doesn't. Ooh! That was quite a clutch save on the salmon ladder. Let's take another look at that. He undershot the jump to the final set, and it looked like he was going to fall off, but as you can see, he just barely saved himself that second bar, and somehow managed to stick it. Alright, let's see how he does on his second chance. Managed to catch it this time, and he's past the triple salmon ladder. Alright, spider flip, he's onto it. Can he do this? Yes, he does. Alright, pillars are doomed. Can he get past this? Yes, he does. Plenty of time now as he attempts cyclone steps. Nailed it. Alright, boulder swing. He's not going to regen it. It's in position to do it. And he's past it. Cable circuit. Alright, he's going to do it he's going to do the non-fast method.
30 seconds.
He made this jump. No, he doesn't. He just undershoots it and he's out. He didn't quite bump his head on it. Gets away just a little too long before attempting the jump. That's unfortunate, but we must move on. We're now on to Invincible Logan. He is another competitor who is making his second straight appearance on the stage, and his second time overall. He went out on the fourth obstacle last time, which at the time was the revamped Domino Hill. And he doesn't even make it past the triple salmon ladder this time. Alright, now we're on to SKs. We're getting close to running out of competitors for the second stage already. Anyway, let's get past SKs and then we'll see how the remaining competitors do. Alright. You guys gonna play around the start line. I guess it's gonna be his intro. Whatever works, I guess. Alright, his time has started. Down the slide. And he's past the triple Why a triple salmon ladder? That's a flying coin. For some reason, I can't think of that being a flying coin. Weird. Well, now he's onto the triple salmon ladder, and he is handling it nicely. Oh, he undershoots the jump to the third set, but manages to get on the top of the first set. Doesn't catch it a second time. Is he going to pull a Skyline James from the last tournament? No, he doesn't. On his third time, he makes it to the third set, and he's past the triple salmon ladder. Alright. Spider flip. Barely catches onto it, and he's past it. Pillars of Doom. Through that quickly and nicely. Cyclone steps. Getting through it nicely, and he's past it. Oh, almost got pushed too far forward on the end there. He's through it, boulder swing. Through that nicely. Cable circuit.
30 seconds.
How will he attempt this obstacle? He's gonna do the fast method. And he's on to the second set. Pushing nicely, and he's dismounted. Thin path now, 20 seconds. Can he get past this? First pillar, done. Second pillar, done. Third pillar, up in one jump, done. And SKs is going to clear the second stage with just under 10 seconds left. He couldn't quite beat the klaxon, but it doesn't matter because he has punched his ticket to the third stage. And there's Daniel Pokemon Tosh and Dev1178 up there to congratulate him on making it to the third stage for the first time in his career. Look at the replay series. He failed to jump onto the last set of the triple salmon ladder twice. And it looked like he lagged a bit when attempting to jump onto the second board of the spider flip, but it didn't bother him. And he also got on top of the last pillar on the thin path in one jump, and yet he still had time left on the clock to punch his ticket to stage 3. Congratulations, S-Cakes. We look forward to seeing you attempt the third stage, which will be happening very soon. Alright, 18 competitors have ran Stage 2 in today's episode, and including the 2 from the last episode, that's a total of 20, with 3 of those 20 advancing to Stage 3. But there are still 3 competitors left to go. Will any of them join those 3 into the 3rd stage? Let's find out. The first of those final 3 is newcomer 9_I, who, despite being the best newcomer to get through the qualifiers, was the slowest newcomer to clear the stage, and slowest competitor overall to clear this first stage. Sorry, I was implying that it was this stage, but not the first stage. Or if I did this and first, kind of sound, not the same for some reason. Anyway, he's attempting the triple salmon ladder. Can he get through this? No, he doesn't, and he's out. Undershot the jump to the 3rd set, and couldn't save himself on the 1st set. Last regular of this tournament is Daniel Icewolf RBLX. Or I guess I can just call him Daniel Icewolf Roblox. I don't know. Anyway, this is his first appearance on the 2nd stage. I mean, obviously since he's a regular, but I digress. A little unique way of him getting through the gate this time around, doing it sideways. Not many people do that. They either play around with the gates, which you're not supposed to do, or they'll just walk right past it and be done with it. Alright, on the slide. Almost undershoots the transition onto the flying coin, but he's past it. Gonna do a bit of a 360 on the dismount there. Alright, salmon ladder. Getting through that nicely. He's up it nicely and quickly. Alright, spider flip. Firippu jumped onto the 1st board. Can he get to the jump to the 2nd board? Yes, he does. Alright. And there's Firippu watching in the background, if you can see. Pillar of Doom. Gonna do slow and steady approach on it. And he gets through it. Cyclone steps. Through that nicely. Boulder swing now. Gonna regen the obstacle. How is he gonna do on this? Bit of a struggle running forward. He almost jumps a bit late, but managed to catch on to the bar of the swing. Alright. Cable circuit. Gonna do this slow and steady way. On the 2nd step.
30 seconds.
And he's past it. Alright, thin path now. Will he be the 4th competitor to clear this stage? Bit of a struggle on the 2nd pillar. 3rd one, can he do it? Took him 3 jumps, but he's past it! And Daniel Icewolf is gonna clear the 2nd stage! And he somehow manages to do it with the fastest time. And there's All-Star Firippu up there in the finish congratulating him. Let's take another look at that. He had a little trouble getting onto the coin and off of it, but he cleared and celebrated it by doing a little 360. Took his time preparing to jump onto the 2nd board, the spider flip, and yet still almost undershot it. Was a little cautious on the Pillars of Doom up until the last pillar. Had difficulty getting the boulder to roll on the boulder swing, and still came close to jumping late off of it. Took him a few jumps to get onto the 3rd and even the 2nd glass pillars on the thin path, yet despite all that, he still cleared this stage with the fastest time. Congratulations, Daniel. We'd like to see you do well on the 3rd stage. But before we get to you, we have one more competitor left to go. And that is Aussie Bro, who is making his 6th straight appearance on this stage and 11th time overall. Not only does he hold the record for the most consecutive Stage 1 clears, but he also holds the record for the most Stage 1 clears, period, beating the previous record of 10 held by RealityPalez. Alright, let's see how Aussie does. We'd like to see him get back to the 3rd stage for a 3rd straight time, and I believe 5th time overall. Almost undershoots the jump to the 2nd set and even a 3rd set, but he's up and past the triple salmon ladder now. Alright, spider flip. Had a little trouble getting down to it. He almost undershoots the jump to the 2nd board, but he's past it. Pillars of Doom. Almost undershot the jump to the 3rd pillar, oddly enough. That's a little strange, but Aussie's getting past this stage nicely. Getting past the cyclone steps. And he gets through that nicely. Boulder swing now. Can he do it? No, he doesn't! He undershot the jump to the swing and got briefly saved by the boulder, but eventually fell into the water and he is out. Let's take another look at that. See, he got onto the boulder nicely and he had no trouble on it, but you can see he waited just a little too long to dismount the boulder and ended up undershooting the jump onto the swing. He may have saved himself for a bit, landing on the boulder, but in the end, it wouldn't get him anywhere. And unfortunately, we will not see Aussie Bro heading back to the 3rd stage this tournament. And with that, we have come to the end of Stage 2. We had 23 competitors attempt this stage, after surviving the first stage, and there are now just 4 competitors left standing, hoping to reach the final stage before the course is converted to the new Roblox terrain. Of these 4 competitors left standing, 3 of them will be attempting the 3rd stage for the first time in their career. Seven obstacles, 1 goal, to reach the final stage. It is completely unchanged from the last tournament. It begins with the roulette cylinder, where the competitors will have to roll a cylinder down the track and down the 2 drops on the way until they reach the end, where they'll transition onto the 6 flags. More flags, more not fun. And then it's the badges of triumph. Triumph over this, and you're on to the Mega Incline Crazy Cliffhanger, an obstacle that no one has beaten since its debut in Tournament 15, with the last incline being the farthest anyone has gotten. Then it's the jumping bars, which transition onto Truss Junction. 5 trusses of increasing difficulty, with a surprise in store for those who get to the 4th truss, and then the bar dropper wraps up Stage 3. There is no time limit on this stage, aside from a 30-second rest in between each obstacle. Can any of these 4 competitors conquer this monster of a stage and advance to Stage 4? Let's find out as we head back down to the course, where Stage 3 is about to commence. The first one up on Stage 3 was the first competitor to clear the 2nd stage. It is Comedy Shorts Gummer. And in the previous episode, he cleared the 2nd stage. But now let's see how he does on his first ever appearance on the 3rd stage. And he's the first newcomer to reach this stage since Master 89G and Kenji Takahashi in Tournament 7. Roulette cylinder. Not much to say on this. If there's ways to do this obstacle, you can use the little, I guess, the little pushers there, which are there to help roll the cylinder. Or you can also just use the edge of the cylinder to get it rolling. Whichever way works. We're gonna go ahead and skip on to the part where he almost gets down the 2nd track and... Oh. Well, that was interesting, but... I don't know if that's a disqualification or legit clear, because it almost got bounced off and then managed to climb on back to the cylinder after getting it moving some. I mean, we'll probably take another look at that either way, but I think the judges are allowing him to continue. Anyway, that was an interesting way to clear the roulette cylinder. Alright, he can jump straight to the 6 flags now if he wants to, but he's going to go ahead and roll the roulette down on the end of the track just to play it safe. And now he's onto the 6 flags. Can he get past this? Slow and steady. That's the preferred way to do this obstacle. And he undershoots the jump to the 5th flag and he is out. He just completely undershot the jump from the 4th flagpole to the 5th flagpole. Alright, before we take another look at that, let's take another look here. He somehow got bounced by the roulette cylinder, but managed to catch onto it and get it rolling some. Oh, he did technically touch the track, which would have resulted in disqualification, but the judges did allow him to continue. I guess it didn't really matter, and since in the end, he still went out on the 6 flags. And we're going to officially count that as a 6 flags fail, rather than a roulette cylinder disqualification. Next up is the only experienced competitor on this stage, the Coffee Addict. Not only is this his 2nd straight appearance on the stage, but it's also his 2nd appearance overall. He went out on the 6 flags last time. Now let's see if he can get revenge on it. But before he can even think about that, he's got to get past the roulette cylinder. Bit of a rough start, but he's finally got it rolling. Got a good rhythm going. Like I say, you can do this obstacle whichever way you prefer. You can use the little supports there, or you can just jump, spam jump on the edge. And that's what the Coffee Addict is doing. Alright, down the 2nd drop. Not much farther to go. Alright, he's at the point where he can dismount the obstacle and attempt the Six Flags. And he's gonna go ahead and roll all the way down to the end of the track. Alright, he's on it. Oh, he's doing the fast method. And it does not work out for him at all. He is out, and he's been beaten by the Six Flags for a second time. So he tried to rush the obstacle. Not only did that not work because it's a bad idea to begin with, as you can see here, he outright missed the jump onto the 5th flagpole, and for a second straight time, the coffee addict has been beaten by Six Flags. Alright, next up is S-Cakes. Him and the final competitor of the stage will be attempting this stage for the first time in their career. Let's see how S-Cakes does. 1 of 2 regulars remaining. Hard to believe the remaining competitors left on this stage, or rather this tournament, are regulars. Normally that goes to like an all-star or veteran, but this time it's a regular. I highly doubt this is the first time like a regular, or like the only competitors remaining were regulars, not counting the early tournaments, like 1 through 3. Let me see, last man standing. I have time to talk about while S-Case is on the roulette cylinder, approaching the second drop. Let me see. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first tournament where the remaining competitors are regulars or newcomers. In this case, regulars, but still. It's not like a veteran or an all-star like we're used to seeing. Anyway, this case approaching the end of the obstacle. Alright, he can dismount here. See, when you see one of those supports reaching the edge of the end of the track, it means you are allowed to dismount the obstacle at that point and get onto the next obstacle. But he's going to go ahead and make sure the cylinder's all the way to the end of the track. It kind of is, and I guess he just wants to make sure he gets a better jump onto the Six Flags. He's onto the first flagpole. He's doing the fast method, and he somehow managed to make it work. And straight onto the badges of triumph. He's not going to break it at all. He's just going to go straight for it. Cliffhanger, he's going to go straight for that too. My goodness. He's going so fast, and now the cameraman's having a hard time keeping up, but he's not giving me time to catch my breath and talk about how well he's doing. Well, anyways, on to the cliffhanger. Alright, this is the ledge. He's onto the jump. Second ledge. Can he make the 360 jump? He does! Can he get past that? Yes, he does! S-Cakes has become the first competitor to clear the mega incline crazy cliffhanger. He got as far on the last incline as possible to make the jump onto the last ledge. He almost slipped off the second to last ledge, but he didn't, and he prepared for the 180 jump onto the last ledge. He got it and carefully made his way across, and he's become the first competitor to clear the mega incline crazy cliffhanger. We all would love to celebrate S-Cakes' success, but he's still got 3 obstacles to go now, starting with the jumping bars. I think he's taking a minute to catch his breath and let it sink in that he's become the first to beat the cliffhanger since its introduction in Tournament 15, even though it's really just the above version of the cliffhanger that was introduced in Tournament 12, but I digress. Alright, S-Cakes jumping bars. He's on that 4th bar now. So I guess he's kind of officially past it once he gets onto that first truss. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and prepare his jump onto it. Either that or he doesn't know what to do on this obstacle. So he's just going to figure out some way to get past it. And goes straight from behind the first truss. And he bounces off! And he is out on Truss Junction. Let's take another look at that. He went straight for the back of the first truss. It's not a bad idea. And it looked like he wanted to climb as high up on that first truss as possible and jump off of it to make it to the second truss, but he was too low on that first truss and didn't even get close to making it to the second truss. So S-Cakes has become the first competitor to attempt Truss Junction, but he has also become its first victim. 3 down, 1 to go. And this is a competitor who probably never expected to be the last man standing on this course. But he is, and now it's all up to him to carry the burden of his 102 fallen comrades and get to the final stage. And here he is. Gonna basically do Firippu's intro from the last tournament by doing Leapfrog with an epic Reshiram. Despite an epic not making it to the second stage, he is still a very good friend of Daniel. And so, I guess this is how Daniel wants to do his stage 3 intro. Whatever makes him happy, I guess. Yep. I bet that Daniel never expected to be the last man standing. But I think this is the first time in his position where he is the last man standing, but in other courses, this is probably he's all too familiar with being in this position. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and skip right ahead to near the end, where he had a bit of trouble getting the roulette moving, but finally got a rhythm going and is approaching the end. And he has passed it. Alright, he's on to Six Flags now. Transition him getting on that tempo, and he's gonna do the fast method as well. He still makes it work. Oh, but he ends up slipping maybe on the dismount on Six Flags, and he is out.
Game over.
It's all over. Let's take another look at that. He also rushed the obstacle, but it actually looked like it worked out for him, much like S-Cakes. But on that 5th flagpole, he looked like he got a bit of a jump boost onto the 6th flagpole, and that probably caught him off guard, as he couldn't even get the jump off of it, and walked right into the water. And once again, the last man standing falls on the Six Flags. And with that, we have come to the end of this tournament, and the end of an era. 103 competitors showed up to take on this brutal 4-stage obstacle course with hopes of achieving total victory on what would be the last tournament to be hosted on the classic Roblox terrain. And after seeing so many ups and downs, ranging from shocking fails on the first stage from top competitors such as Dr. PP and Firippu, to amazing comeback clears from Sports206, Kyle Ninja 3970, and Dev1179, in the end, all 103 were defeated. But that's not to say this tournament didn't end on a high note. We still saw 23 competitors clear Stage 1 this tournament, which is tied for the second most Stage 1 clears in a tournament. The brief return of Dev1179, who temporarily came out of retirement to compete in this one tournament and officially end his jumping career on a much higher note. Aussie Bro breaking records such as the most consecutive Stage 1 clears and the most Stage 1 clears in general. And we just saw someone finally defeat the Mega Incline Crazy Cliffhanger and briefly see Trust Junction in action. Throughout the 3 years that the course was hosted on this classic Robloxian soil, we've seen 17 tournaments with over 1,400 competitors. We've gotten to meet some amazing competitors such as Fluffy Tails 2011, Firippu, and Sonic_DJs, just to name a few among others. And we've said goodbye to some classic competitors along the way, such as Dusklord 10, Ninja Warrior G4, and RealityPalez, just to name a few. Throughout the 17 tournaments, we've seen 202 Stage 1 clears, 71 Stage 2 clears, 16 Stage 3 clears, and 8 Stage 4 clears, one of which has cleared the 4th stage twice. So with the new terrain coming, we will see a brand new course, and with it, brand new competitors. With many competitors leaving, we will hope to see a new generation of competitors rise up to stand alongside the current generation of top competitors who all aim to achieve the goal of ultimate glory and leave their legacy on the course just like the several before them. But that is something to look forward to in the future. For now, we must look back on all the greatest moments that defined this course, starting back on March of 2013 until the fall of 2016. I would like to thank you all for your support over the years, and for the 3 years that this show could be hosted on the classic Roblox terrain, and I will see you all again in Tournament 18 on New Robloxian soil. And we will now conclude with the defining moments of the first 17 tournaments, and one last blooper. Until next time, ciao peoples.
Yep, there he goes!
What happened?
Not only a but
While I was unflying the good, he refused to unfly himself, so I unflied for him. He ended up on the slide and off the hospital. Anyway.